Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're sitting down for another project pan update. It has been about a month and a half or so, and boy, do I have an update for you guys. I feel so good about my progress. Before we get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to hear about my project pan update, then let's go ahead and get started. Both cats are in the room with me right now. So if you hear some background noise, that is why. They love to scratch at things. They love to scratch at that thing. I have the window open for them to stare out at. Our neighbors are having a garage sale, so they're both like enthralled by it. But like they make a lot of noise. So I was hoping they would just kind of like come in here and fall asleep, but they have not, but that's fine. So if you hear background noise, that is why. I have such a good update for you guys. I have 5 empties. 5 empties. I am going to go ahead and have my project pan playlist linked down below for you in case you want to check it out. It has my intro video that I filmed all the way back in January, and then my first, second, and third update, and this is my 4th one, I believe. So I'm going to have that link down below in case you want to check it out, see other products that I have rolled in and rolled out and used up until now. I figure we'll do the most exciting part first and talk about the couple of empties that, not even a couple, 5 empties that I have. I love finishing up makeup. That's the whole really point and reason that I decided to do a project pan this year. I wanted to knock out some makeup from my collection and I feel good. So the first one that I finished up was my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. And this one I have the shade Fair 30N. I love this foundation. It is a really beautiful formulation. It's a nice medium to buildable full sort of coverage. It has a natural finish. It's not matte at all, but it's not too oily and greasy to where it looks bad on your skin. It wears beautifully all day long. Like truly, I love this foundation. I was actually sad to finish it up. The only reason I put it in my project pan to finish was because it was getting a little bit older. And I don't want things to go bad in my collection before I can use them up. So that's why I put it in here. And I was happy to finish it up, but kind of like it was bittersweet because I was sad to see it go because it is such a beautiful formulation. So I have quite a few other foundations actually that I have finished up or I'm super close to finishing up. So once I get a couple more out of my collection, I can definitely see myself picking this up again, probably on sale, even though it's already pretty affordable, not gonna lie. I think it's like $12, maybe $15. But regardless, I can see this being a repurchase in the future. It is a beautiful foundation. Highly recommend if you haven't tried it out yet. Then I was able to finish up both of my Jason Wu products. The first one being his Ready Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. This was a good powder. It wasn't like my favorite powder ever. As you can see, like there's none left. I tried to get this out. I tried to like get the little stopper thing out that says like Woo on it, but I could not get that out. I tried like 3 or 4 times and it was not budging. So it had to stay in, but I really tried to tap out like as much of the powder as I could. Like I said, I like this powder. Not my favorite powder ever, not the worst powder ever. It set my makeup down nicely without getting too dry, but I can't see this being a repurchase in the future. Not that I didn't like it, I just have powders that I like more that I would repurchase over this one. But if you ever see it on Target or on sale, because Jason Wu has sales I feel like pretty often, I would recommend checking it out. And also it's a pretty big compact, so it'll last you a while. And then I also finished up his Magic Spell Setting Spray. Again, I liked this, not my favorite setting spray ever. It was just kind of like a so-so setting spray. It set my makeup down, kind of did a nice job. I wouldn't say it's mattifying or illuminating or anything like that. It was just kind of like a middle of the road sort of setting spray. It says on the bottom that it's supposed to keep you matte. I don't really know if I noticed that per se. Not that it made me dewy or oily throughout the day, but I don't notice it keeping me matte. I'm not really sure why I chose this one to finish up. I just kind of was like, you're next, you're it, I'm gonna finish you up. And I'm glad I did. Again, I feel good about finishing it, but yeah, I don't think this would be a repurchase either. Then we have 2 products that have been in my project pan since the beginning, all the way since January, and now it is the end of July. And so I've been working on these products for what, 7 whole months. And I'm telling you, it took a really long time. It took a really long time to finish these up, but I just feel so stinking good that I finally did. And this is my Huda Beauty Cream Lipstick in the shade Empress and my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light. I absolutely love this lipstick. It is a beautiful tone and shade. It's a really nice, like neutrally just cool, leaning cool tone sort of nude lip on my personal skin tone, and it is a beautiful formulation. It is very emollient, so I would be careful if you pick up any of her cream lipsticks because it will melt on you. This one did melt in my purse when Mike and I went to a wedding back in September, and it was hot, it was outside, and it melted, so that was a bummer. But because it's more emollient, it just like goes on your lips so nicely. It's creamy, it's hydrating, but it lasts a really long time, like a surprisingly amount of time on your lips, even though this is like a more creamy sort of lipstick. Again, I love the shade. It was really nice for a nude lip on me, ombre lip with a darker lip liner, putting this all over in the middle. I will definitely repurchase this in the future. It was a great lipstick. I truly, truly loved it. Kind of like the Pretty Fresh foundation. I'm really sad to see it go, but I was really glad to finish it up. One that I'm not sad to see go, and I am so glad it's gone, is the Luminous Light Powder from Hourglass. This baby was like, I want to say this is like 4 or 5 years old at this point. It's very, very old. Hence the reason why I put it in my project pan. I wanted to use it up. This was such a perplexing product to me. Some people like to use these powders as like finishing powders, but on me particularly, that just emphasized my pores way too much. I couldn't use it like that. So then how I finished up using it was as a highlight, but it just was like a little bit too deep and dark for that, and then also not as poppy and punchy of a highlight, which it's not a highlight, but that's just how I wanted to finish it up. So how I did was I used this in conjunction with another highlight every single solitary day I did my makeup, like every single day I did my makeup, and that's how I was finally able to finish it up. I'm glad it's gone. Again, it was super old, and I just don't love this. I'm definitely not going to repurchase it. Some people swear by these powders and say they just make their face look luminous and beautiful, and I can definitely see where they're coming from, but on me, it's just not a type of product that I prefer. So glad this little baby is gone, because even though it was a mini, it's Hourglass and it was pretty pricey. So I'm glad I got my money's worth and was able to finish it up. So that was all the products that I completely finished. Again, I had 5. Again, I feel really, really good about that. I'm sad to see some of these go, but I'm excited about it as well. So let's move on now to the products that I have an update for, and then we'll talk about the new products that I'm rolling in. All right, my first update is from a product that has also been in this, I think, no, not since the beginning. Oh, has it been? Now I don't even remember when I rolled this in. I don't think it has been in it since the beginning, but it's been in it for a while, and I feel good about the progress. But it is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift. This is in the shade Natural Brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop up a picture here of my progress with this product, but I do feel good about it. There is still quite a bit left. But this brow pencil is really hard for me to use. It's just pretty pigmented and it's a little bit thicker, so I don't need a lot of it when I go in with it. So because of that, I just kind of end up using like only a little bit of it at a time. But I am chugging along, chugging away at this. Eventually I will finish it up, but I just have this little baby nub. And when I started it, it was probably like this long. So I feel good about the progress, and I use this very, very often. I actually have it in my brows today. I like it. It's just not my favorite brow product. I don't really like the shape of it, and it's a little bit waxy, so it's a little hard to get on my brows. This one was sent to me in PR, but I definitely don't plan on repurchasing it when it's gone, but I do feel good about my progress. Then we have the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 400 Pearl. So on the back of this, it says that it expired in February of 2021. Which is really gross because we're now at the end of July of 2022. So this is definitely, I mean, technically expired, but it still smells fine. It still performs fine. But that is the reason why I wanted to roll it in and try to use it up. And I feel good about my progress. So the first time I introduced it into my project pan, I was here, and then my last update, and then now here. So especially for the fact that I feel like I haven't reached for this as much as I should. I was really focusing on the Pretty Fresh for a while there, and then I have a couple other foundations. I have my Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation I just finished up, my Dior Forever Matte I'm super close to finishing up. So I've been rotating through some foundations. So the fact that I have had that much progress, I feel good about that. I can't tell if this is gonna be gone by the time I have my next update. I would like to say yes, especially now that I've been mixing it in with my Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation in the shade LP4. That's a combination I have on my face today. I didn't film myself getting ready. I just kind of wanted to relax, but everything I have on my face will be listed and linked down below. I did go ahead and use the Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction palette, and I really like how this look turned out. I got into the more bronzy gold shades, and this gold special shade is chef's kiss, stunning. So that'll all be listed and linked down below. But I do have that combination on my face of this foundation with the Pure one, and I like that combination, especially because the formulations go together nicely as well as the shades. This one's a little light, the Pure one is a little too dark, so together they're perfect. So I can definitely see myself using this up in conjunction with using up the Pure one as well. So hopefully this will be gone next update, we shall see, but I feel good. Then we have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. In this, I have the shade Fair 20N. This is a little bit dark on its own, so I do have to mix it in with another concealer whenever I use it. Honestly, it was really, really hard for me to make a mark. This was the first one, and then this was the second one. Concealers are a little bit harder than foundations. I feel like they're usually a little bit thicker of a formulation, so it's really hard to see where the mark is. I just kind of guessed a little bit, but I think it's there. I don't know. But regardless, I don't know. I feel like I definitely could have more progress with this, but I'm just gonna keep using it. I like it enough to use it up. So hopefully by the time my next update is up, I will have even more on that. And then the last one to update you on is my NYX This Is Juice Gloss in the shade Strawberry Flex. I have a really good progress on this. A really good progress? That didn't make sense. I have really good progress on this. So the first time it was there, my second time here, and I'm all the way down to here. So while I still have quite a bit of this left to use up, I still feel good about this. I use this pretty much before every time I do my makeup. I just put it on in the beginning and let it sink into my lips as I am applying my makeup. That's kind of how I've been using it up. Also, whenever I'm just hanging around the house and need some chapstick or something on my lips, I like to reach for this as well. So I do feel really good about this, especially since this was pretty much full when I put it in my project pan only like a month or two ago. So I'm doing really good on this and I'm excited about it. Alrighty, and then I have a couple of products to either replace the ones that I finished or just ones I wanted to roll in and use up. So I went ahead and put in 2 more powders. I know that's pretty ambitious. The first one being the Haley's Beauty Retouch Soft Focus Setting Powder. I don't love this setting powder, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of YouTubers I've seen rave about this powder and say it's super blurring on them and they really do enjoy it. On me, however, I mean, I guess it's blurring. Like, I feel like it is blurring, so that's a, you know, good claim. But also, it oxidizes my makeup and makes it look darker than before I put it on. I think that's because it's a yellow tinted powder and I am very fair. So again, it oxidizes my makeup, but also it's pretty drying on me. So that's the main reason I want to use it up. I just don't really like it, and I just kind of want it out of my collection, and there's a lot left. There's really no way to like mark it since it's not a clear container, but like if you can see down in there, like there's a lot of powder left. So this will probably take me a while to finish up, especially since I don't love it. I plan on just using it for work because I care a little less about what my makeup looks like for work than, you know, going out to dinner or hanging out with friends or anything. So I definitely want to use this up. And then I'm also rolling in the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade One Fair. I've had this for quite a while, and if you can see, I've got a very large pan in it. I just want it gone. I don't love this powder. I know a lot of people do, but on me it's drying, and again, it oxidizes my concealer or my foundation or really anywhere that I set with it. And I just don't think it sets it enough because it's a pressed powder. I prefer a loose. So I'm gonna use this as more of like a finishing powder in like my T-zone, under my eyes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I feel good about this pan I already have in it, and I feel like I could definitely finish this up. Then I went ahead and rolled in another setting spray to replace the Jason Wu one, and it is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Matte Finish Setting Spray. I've had this for so stinking long. I got this sent to me in PR through Influencer, I want to say like 4 years ago. It's a pretty old setting spray, and I rolled it in and I've been using it and I don't like it at all. I really don't like it. It's not matte at all. It says it's a matte finish, but on me, I feel like it makes my makeup end up looking very oily and greasy by the end of the day. Also, the spray on it is very intense and like jets out at my face and leaves those dots all over my face. So I don't love that either. So I'm going to try my best to finish this up. I don't really know, like again, it's not clear, I can't mark it, but if you can hear, there's like quite a bit in there. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to finish this up, but I can see myself just end up decluttering this. If I'm like really despising using it and I'm just never reaching for it, I'm not gonna force myself, you know what I mean? So I might end up decluttering this, but I am gonna try my best to use it. I just wanted to go ahead and throw in this lip liner as well. This is the Becca Ultimate Lip Definer in the shade Toasty. Obviously, Becca is not a brand anymore. I got this sent to me in PR like 2 years ago or so, and I'm just actually really close to finishing up. I only have like this little tiny baby nub, if you can see, so I just wanna use it up. It's a beautiful formulation. It's a nice light pink sort of shade. I like it, and it is kind of a bummer that I can't repurchase it when it's gone, but I don't love it enough to like savor it, and also it's just such a tiny little nub. Like I just need to finish this up. And last but not least, we're rolling in my Jouer. This is their light to medium bronzing duo. They have the shades Sun Light and then Suntan. Again, kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury powder. As you can see, I've got pretty large pans in both of these bronzers, and I feel good about it. Especially after I finished up my L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It bronzer earlier in the year, it made me like, it lit a fire under me to finish up another bronzer. So I'm rolling in this one. I love this bronzer. I've had it for years. Clearly, without trying to pan it or use it up, I have pan in both shades, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really beautiful, underrated product in my opinion. So I'm excited to have it in this project pan to keep using it up. It is a bronzer I have on my face today. I did put it over a cream bronzer, but regardless, it's a really beautiful formulation, shade, tone on me, and I'm excited to finish it up. I'll be sad when this is gone just because I really do love it, but I'll feel really good about finishing it up. Now, so you guys, that was my project pan update. I feel really good about my progress. I know I've said that 1,000 times in this video, I'm so sorry, but the fact that I finished up 5 products, is so exciting. And then I gave you some updates on the other products that were already in it, as well as rolling in some new ones. So I'll be back in another month or so to give you another update. Look for quite a few of these in a ton of get ready with me's as I'm trying to use them up coming up. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.